what they tried to do. Look what they're still trying to do. Letitia James is promising, like, she's not done. She's going for it every single day. She's already got basically a fine of nearly, well, over at this point, because you got to account for interest, over $500 million that Donald Trump is supposed to pay. We're sitting here waiting on the darn Court of Appeals. I'm getting kind of sick and tired of it. Thank you very much. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. That thing should have been turned around in a month, and yet they're sitting on that appeal. Like, it should be thrown out of court. None of it made any sense. They knew it. The judges were like, where's your victim? Where's your victim? This doesn't make any sense. Everybody made money. Who's unhappy? Anyway, Letitia James can't help herself. At an event this afternoon, she just went off. Like, totally off. Like, this woman is consumed with her vengeance. It's very clear. Watch.
Again, I apologize. Listen, 57 years after the assassination of Dr. King, and Dr. King talked about that stone of hope. And it's that stone of hope that gives me a fire in my belly each and every morning. It's that stone of hope that allows me to wake up and to stand to Donald Trump and to say, Donald Trump, I'm not afraid of you. It's that stone of hope. It's that stone of hope that gives me power. That's that stone of hope and the belief in each and every one of you to let you know that I'm not going to allow my ancestors, all of those who died for me, to be in this position. I am not going to disgrace them and disappoint them. I am going to use the law both as a sword and as a shield and challenge Donald Trump. And each and every time he issues an illegal executive order, I am going to stand up to him because he represents to me sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. Sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. And so, DEI, as far as I am concerned, is more than about just black people. Let's be honest.
That's right.
DEI is about paid parental leave. DEI is about disabled children. DEI includes a number of categories. So when they talk about DEI, let them know that they're not only coming after us, but they're coming after all of us. And we've got to stand together, a stand in community, stand with this great organization under the leadership of our civil rights leader, Reverend Al Sharpton, who has been a light, a bright and shining light in the darkness. But I don't know about you. It's that stone of hope that inspires me each and every day. And listen, faith and fear can never share the same space. And so I'm covered by the blood. And I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. You can come after me, but no enemy, nothing formed against me will perish. Nothing formed against me. Nothing formed against me. Nothing formed against me.
Are you done? My gosh. Oh my gosh.
And you thought you could preach, huh?
Woo! Girl, you missed your calling. You should get a job in a church. Not my kind of church. Not with that kind of rhetoric, but nonetheless, you see where she was going. She's embodying what I guess Rev Sharpton is maybe a little bit too old these days to do. Although we occasionally see it from him. I'm sorry, she kind of really, she lost me from the very beginning, but she really lost me with Rev Sharpton. Because Rev Sharpton is the guy that took, what was that? $500,000 for his charity, just like 48 hours before sitting down to interview one Kamala Harris. What is this? Like MSNBC sells its airwaves on the side? FCC needs to investigate that one too. Don't you think? What was that about? Oprah at least had her own production company, and she won't admit to it, but the New York Times is saying that Oprah got paid $2 million to interview one Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, Rev Sharpton gets $500,000 to interview Kamala Harris on MSNBC's air. At least have the decency to do it on your own platform, mister. Wow. So Letitia is all revved up. She's like, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you go after our migrants at Rikers, because for some reason she feels very compelled to protect them. This is not a great look, right, for New York. She feels very strongly that everybody should have access to all the transgender care operations that they may want. Again, not exactly something that plays in Peoria. And she wants to show that she's ready, willing, able to fight. I think this woman has presidential aspirations. I kid you not. Watch her. She's highly dangerous. She's dangerous because of what she did and what she's indicating she's willing to do. Clearly has a total absence of all ethics. But at some point it's gonna catch up with her, because I just want to say something kind of basic here, right? Something kind of basic, which is that Letitia James is trying to argue for the state of New York that they can be a sanctuary state. And New York City can be a sanctuary city. But in reality, if there's one thing in the Constitution that empowers the federal government, it is the federal government's ability to control its borders. So I'm sorry, Tish, babe, you're out of luck on that one. As a former Trump attorney said on my friend Benny's show, I just love this. Some of you guys have seen this before, and I promise I won't play you too many old sound bites, but this is just fantastic because he sums it up here like, hey, honey, it's over.
Let me just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights. And I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitution.
Right? Like I told you, that was good. Sorry, honey, we're going to put your fat you-know-what in prison before you do that. Look, Letitia is saying she's not afraid. She's fine. Okay, I'll go to prison. But you know what she might be a little bit afraid of? She might be a little bit afraid of New York losing so much money, because he's just clawing it all back. Pam Bondi making it very clear just several weeks ago that New York wasn't going to get a dime from the federal government. They're not going to get a dime because they are completely in violation of federal rule and federal law, which is why Letitia James has been sued by the Department of Justice, which is why Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, has been sued by the Department of Justice, and why Attorney General Pam Bondi is also going after the head of the DMV there in New York. So there's a lot of things sort of coming into play. I mean, when you think about the immigration issue, right? And Letitia's like, oh, no, we're going to protect these people. Protect them. Why? Protect them. Oh, we want more illegals to come here? We're going to put them up in more hotels on taxpayer dimes and give them $300 and some odd a week to buy ethnically appropriate food in these little credit card things? I don't think so. Like, America doesn't have the money for that. Let's be very clear. And you heard what Elon had already said. We've got that story. Greg Williams, thank you for your generosity. I mean, we heard what they were saying vis-a-vis what they felt about people being enrolled, not just to get benefits, right, with the Social Security numbers. They're just stunned by what they've found, not just the benefits, but also, ladies and gentlemen, his concern is that they were trying to get them to vote. We know that New York actually has something on the rolls right now where they're looking at possibly allowing for 800,000 people that are illegally in New York to vote. Again, Greg, thank you. Yes, I'm working on a Friday evening because we got news, right? We got news. You know I'm always here. Guys, I am always here for you. I mean that. Like, this is my passion. This is what I do. And I'm going to continue every single... I've even been here when I'm, supposed to be on vacation, but I'm never really on vacation. Not when it comes to the news business. I've done this my entire life, and I can't imagine doing anything else. It is a wonderful treat to be completely independent, right? I mean, not having to answer to any of the bigwigs at Fox or CNBC or Bloomberg. Oh, that was a tough one. I mean, it's really nice to just have it be me and you And there's an authenticity and I think a truth here that you don't really get when you have all the bells and whistles. Though don't get me wrong, having a full-on hair and makeup department, that can come in handy. That can come in handy. Anyway, I want to mention, of course we are fully independent and we're thankful for that. We're thankful for that. And we're also thankful for our sponsors on this great show, right? And I think, the ability to bring you this free is something that I'm so passionate about, and they make it possible. I get we're attached to our cell phones, right? We're all attached to our cell phones. I live with this thing. It sleeps right next to my bed. That's probably not healthy. I probably work too much. But anyway, we use our cell phones for everything. And with that in mind, what if I told you could help veterans, you could help first responders, you could support the Constitution, and you don't need to have anything change on your phone service except who's actually sending you the bill. As America's only Christian conservative wireless provider, I'm really happy to partner up with Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile, which offers a way to support our values, right? Which our values are very strong and apparently unique. Apparently unique. I think they're actually pretty much just common sense. But anyway, it means you can support this without compromising your service, without compromising the quality of your cell phone and your connection. None of that. And it's basically a way for you to help defend our rights and our freedoms. With Patriot Mobile, you'll get outstanding nationwide coverage because they operate on all 3 major networks. If they have cell phone service today, you can get cell phone service with Patriot Mobile with a coverage guarantee. You can even have multiple carriers. That's kind of cool, right? On one phone. I'm telling you, that actually is really cool. Because if you live where like I live, which is kind of out in the sticks, it means that you have service sometimes. I actually used to carry, until I got Patriot Mobile, I used to carry 2 phones. Imagine that, 2 phones, because I have service with one and service with another. So it's like a big deal if you can have all those services in one place. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Trish. You're going to get a free month of service with the promo code Trish, my name. Call them at 972-PATRIOT. Just tell them I sent you. Tell them I sent you. Switching is easy. Totally easy. You can keep your number, you keep your phone, you keep your upgrade, whatever you have. 100% US-based customer support team. That matters, right? That will support you and find the perfect plan. So switch to Patriot Mobile today. Get a free month of service. PatriotMobile.com/Trish.